That's right, Brett. You know, the majority of us are actually going to be hosting parties for the big event. And what's a big bash without great food? This morning we have James and Jesse with HEB Plus, and they're here to share some great dip and finger food recipes. Thanks so much, James, for being here this morning. And we have a hodgepodge of things because we have everything from bacon to seafood, you know, meatballs, some great dips. Let's go ahead and start with one of the recipes.
Super Bowl is right around the corner, so we wanted to come up with some really fun recipes. First up, we've got the party meatballs, and that's got a nice Asian barbecue sauce, some of our plum Thai garlic sauce with a little reduced fresh orange juice. And they're turkey meatballs. They're a little leaner with a little garlic powder, a little salt, peppers, a little onion. Very simple. First rule of thumb with meatballs, the fewer ingredients, the better off they're going to turn out.
What I love about this is that it's in the slow cooker, so this is really going to save you some time. You just toss them in and let them go.
And if you really want to save time, you can use the pre-prepared meatballs, even throw them into the slow cooker frozen with the sauce, let them cook for about 6 hours on low, and save yourself a little time.
HEB's got some great frozen meatballs.
We've got some great frozen meatballs, but these are homemade meatballs, but either one will work just fine. You can also cook those in the oven for about 15 minutes and then just finish them off with the sauce.
All right. And it smells delicious because it's kind of that Asian flair. I think that a lot of people, you know, kind of go for like the tangy barbecue taste. But
this has a nice garlic, sweet, tangy, slightly spicy, and then we just finished it with a little bit of our Asian spice that's got some sesame seeds and a little chili flake in there.
Awesome. I'm going to pull one of these out to show our viewers while you go ahead and explain to them the next thing. So what are we going to be making next?
Next thing up, we have the jalapeno poppers, and instead of the traditional fried poppers, we went with the grilled poppers. We wrapped them in bacon. They're stuffed with a mixture of cream cheese and a little fish, a little salt, pepper, and garlic. And Jesse's going to show us real quick how to wrap one.
Great. I think that a lot of people really love to make those jalapeno poppers. A lot of them just put the cream cheese in the middle, but this is kind of a variation.
This is a variation. We use cream cheese. You can also we use the reduced fat cream cheese. You can also use ricotta, and then just a little about 4 ounces of baked fish, or you can even use shredded crab, a little salt, pepper, garlic, and then just stuff that in there. Wrapped it in bacon, and then we marinated it for about 15 minutes with a really good steak sauce, and then basted that while we were cooking. You can also prepare these in the oven if you don't want to fire up the grill.
Absolutely. A lot of people will actually making their carne asadas and you know, but if you want, you can just stick them in the oven. For how long would you recommend?
These are about 15 or 20 minutes at about 375, 400 degrees.
375,
just until the bacon
degrees.
is nice and crispy.
Oh, and you know, I love crispy bacon. I mean, I think that that's like the best part of a jalapeno popper. How do you choose the right jalapeno?
You want to make sure it's a nice nice size. You don't want one too small. I typically go for the shorter, fatter ones. They have a nice cavity to stuff with. Okay,
great. Let's go ahead and move on to one of the dips really quickly. This one is great because this one has some seafood.
This is a shrimp dip. This has some of our Veracruz sauce, little cheese, some shrimp, and then we just mix that together, heat it up in a skillet. You can serve this warm, preferably.
Okay, great.
And this is great with pita chips or corn chips or tortilla chips.
And all of these recipes are going to be on valleycentral.com.
They're all on valleycentral.com. We also have them available at the Cooking Connection.
Awesome. Then we're going to bring you back in our next hour because we have the best dip to come, my favorite, the chili cheese and cream cheese dip. We'll be back in just a minute. Stay with Action 4 Sunrise.